Have you ever noticed how easy it is to feel motivated when everything is going well? On certain days, you wake up energized, focused, and excited about your goals. You feel ready to exercise, work on your dreams, improve your finances, learn new skills, and become the person you want to be. In those moments, taking action feels natural. But what happens when that feeling disappears? What happens on the days when you feel tired, discouraged, distracted, or overwhelmed? Most people stop moving forward because they have built their lives around motivation instead of discipline. They wait for inspiration to arrive before they take action, and as a result, their progress becomes inconsistent. The truth is that motivation is an emotion, and like every emotion, it changes constantly. Some days it is strong, and other days it is completely absent. If your success depends on motivation, your results will always be uncertain. Discipline, however, operates differently. Discipline does not ask how you feel. Discipline does not wait for the perfect mood, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect circumstances. Discipline simply says, do what needs to be done. This is one of the most powerful principles behind lasting achievement. Inspired by the timeless teachings associated with Dr. Joseph Murphy, we can understand that the subconscious mind responds to repeated actions and consistent patterns. When you repeatedly take action regardless of your emotions, you begin creating a new mental blueprint for success. Your mind starts accepting productive behavior as your normal way of living. This is why disciplined individuals often accomplish extraordinary things while appearing completely ordinary. They're not necessarily more talented, smarter, or luckier than everyone else. They have simply learned to act consistently when others choose to wait. Think about the goals you have postponed because you did not feel motivated. Perhaps you wanted to start a business, improve your health, write a book, save money, or develop a new skill. How many times did you promise yourself that you would begin tomorrow? How many opportunities disappeared because you were waiting to feel ready? The reality is that readiness is often created through action, not before it. Taking the first step generates momentum. Completing one small task creates confidence. Repeating that process day after day creates discipline. Over time, discipline becomes a source of personal power because it removes the need to negotiate with yourself every morning. Instead of asking whether you feel like doing something, you simply do it because it aligns with the person you are becoming. That shift changes everything. It transforms dreams into plans, plans into actions, and actions into results. The people who achieve remarkable success are rarely those who feel motivated every day. They're the ones who continue moving forward when motivation disappears. They understand that consistent effort, practiced repeatedly over time, is what ultimately separates wishful thinking from real achievement. One of the greatest misconceptions about discipline is that people believe it is something you are born with. They look at highly successful individuals and assume they possess a special level of willpower that ordinary people simply do not have. However, discipline is not a gift reserved for a select few. It is a skill that can be developed, strengthened, and refined through daily practice. Just as muscles become stronger through repeated exercise, discipline becomes stronger through repeated action. Every time you choose to do what is necessary instead of what is comfortable, you strengthen your ability to remain committed to your goals. The challenge is that most people underestimate the importance of small decisions. They focus only on major achievements while ignoring the habits that create them. Success is rarely the result of one extraordinary action. More often, it is the result of hundreds or even thousands of ordinary actions performed consistently over time. A person does not become healthy because of one workout. A person does not become financially secure because of one good decision. A person does not build a successful career because of one productive day. These outcomes are created through discipline applied repeatedly over months and years. This understanding changes the way you approach personal growth because it shifts your attention away from instant results and toward long-term consistency. Inspired by principles often associated with Dr. Joseph Murphy, it becomes clear that the subconscious mind learns through repetition. Whatever actions you repeat often enough begin to shape your identity. If you repeatedly follow through on your commitments, your mind starts to view you as a disciplined person. If you repeatedly break promises to yourself, your mind begins to accept inconsistency as normal. This is why keeping small promises to yourself is so important. When you decide to wake up at a certain time, complete a task, exercise for 20 minutes, read a few pages, or work toward a goal, you're doing more than completing an activity. You're sending a message to your subconscious mind about who you are. Every completed action becomes evidence that you can be trusted. Over time, this creates confidence that is based on experience rather than wishful thinking. Many people search endlessly for confidence before taking action, but confidence is often the result of disciplined action rather than the cause of it. The more consistently you follow through, the more confidence you gain. The more confidence you gain, the easier it becomes to continue moving forward. This creates a powerful cycle of growth and achievement. Eventually, discipline stops feeling like a burden and starts feeling like freedom. Instead of being controlled by moods, distractions, and temporary emotions, you become guided by purpose and commitment. You no longer depend on motivation to determine your actions because your habits have already made the decision for you. At that point, progress becomes less about forcing yourself to work and more about honoring the standards you have chosen for your life, regardless of the circumstances surrounding you. Another reason discipline is so powerful is that it helps you overcome one of the greatest obstacles to success, the habit of making decisions based on temporary emotions. Human emotions are valuable, but they are often unreliable guides when it comes to long-term achievement. There will be days when you feel confident and optimistic, and there will be days when doubt seems to follow you everywhere. There will be mornings when you wake up energized and ready to conquer the world, and there will be mornings when even simple tasks feel difficult. If your actions depend entirely on your emotional state, your progress will rise and fall like waves in the ocean. This is why so many people start strong but struggle to finish what they begin. They commit to goals when excitement is high, but they abandon those same goals when challenges appear. Discipline breaks this cycle by teaching you to separate your actions from your emotions. Instead of asking yourself whether you feel like doing something, you begin asking whether it is necessary for the future you want to create. That single shift in thinking can transform your entire life. Every meaningful accomplishment requires sustained effort beyond the initial burst of enthusiasm. The entrepreneur who builds a successful business, the athlete who reaches peak performance, the student who masters a difficult subject, and the individual who creates financial freedom all share one common trait. They continue taking action even when the excitement fades. Inspired by principles often associated with Dr. Joseph Murphy, we can recognize that the mind responds to the dominant patterns we repeatedly reinforce. When you repeatedly act despite discomfort, uncertainty, or resistance, you teach your subconscious mind that challenges are not signals to stop. Instead, they become signals to continue growing. This understanding is crucial because many people mistakenly interpret difficulty as evidence that they are on the wrong path. In reality, difficulty is often a natural part of progress. Every worthwhile goal will test your patience, commitment, and perseverance. There will be setbacks, unexpected obstacles, and moments when results seem invisible. During those periods, motivation is usually at its weakest. Discipline becomes the bridge that carries you forward until results begin to appear. Consider how a seed grows beneath the surface long before anyone can see evidence of its existence. Day after day, important development is taking place underground, even though nothing appears to be happening above the soil. Personal growth works in much the same way. Many of the most important changes occur internally before they become visible externally. Each disciplined action strengthens your character, sharpens your focus, and reinforces your belief in your own capabilities. Even when immediate rewards are absent, progress is still occurring. The mistake many people make is quitting too soon because they expect visible results before the process has had time to work. Discipline teaches patience. It teaches trust in the process. It teaches you to keep planting positive actions today, knowing that future results are being created even when you cannot yet see them. Over time, those small daily actions accumulate into remarkable achievements, proving that consistent effort will always accomplish more than occasional bursts of inspiration ever could.